In this Clash of Clans video, we are going to show you 3 very powerful Town Hall 12 3-star attack strategies. These aren't in any particular order, but I really wanted to highlight these to you because Red Elite has been having the biggest success with these recently. So many Town Hall 12 v12 triples in order to show you. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, diving straight into this, we do have one of them island style bases. These are horrible in order to try and crack, but we actually have a new recruit to Red Elite, straight into the videos, Drunk Muck. Getting it done here, massive GG. By the way, if you're interested in joining us at Red Elite, we are a very heavy Town Hall 12 clan. We really try and push at the top of the game, fighting our way up to Champions 1 in the Supercell Clan War League. So if you're interested in joining us, be sure to join my Discord server. All of my social media platforms are linked below. But let's get through this first attack, which is the Drag Bat attack strategy. Very powerful. You just have to select the bases correctly. So what you can see at this point is we have taken out the Clan Castle troops, we've taken out the enemy queen, and we're also carving a path into the base here as well. So we're basically creating a funnel here for the dragons to come straight onto the town hall. Now if you can, you have to try and send the dragons to the town hall first. You don't really want to end up on that towards the end of the raid, because they really just struggle to get through that maxed Giga Tesla. However, you can see before the Archer Queen got in range of that single Inferno, put the bats over there, which are going to sweep up this side of the base. Single target Infernos over to the left, obviously ideal in terms of the bats, whilst the dragons take the Giga Tesla and move up to the multi-Inferno. Down that will go in a flash, and there you have it guys. At this point, there's really not much left that this defender can do. So many dragons and loons have effectively swept through the base. The bats have quite not got that final Inferno, but we've got more than enough to take it down, and we do have another drag bat example moving through the video as well. So you'll see a few different strategies. You're not going to want to miss any of them guys, because they will help you across a variety of Town Hall levels, not just Town Hall 12, but clearly you're probably a Town Hall 12 player if you are watching this. By the way, let me know what your favourite Town Hall 12 strategy is, and make sure to discuss between each other as well. Like the strategies that other people comment, but that is the drag bat attack strategy. Like I said, we'll move back to it shortly, but let's move on to a different strategy in order to teach you. We now have Winterfell taking out this base for the 3 stars with the Queen Charge Miner. It's one of my favourite strategies. I use this for farming my Town Hall 12 all of the time. It's definitely the best strategy in my opinion for DE. However, it also lets me practice in terms of war. So I practice this army whilst I'm just battling out in multiplayer. And as you can see right now, you can get the 3 stars in war. It's an incredibly powerful strategy, still very high up in the meta, but you're going to want to use that queen, very pivotal in terms of taking out a number of different objectives. So you've got to create that funnel with any kind of queen walk, queen charge, because you don't want it to walk the other way, do you guys? Essentially, we're using the wall wrecker to come into the base here. That's definitely the easiest way of doing this, shall we say. It's going to help your queen through the base to them objectives we've talked about, but essentially it's not going to complicate things in terms of wall breakers, jump spells, although you can integrate that, especially through the base. Once you're in, you've taken out some areas, maybe the wall wrecker's gone down because you're not really going to put anything in front of it like a golem. Essentially, you might then need a jump spell, but look at some of the things the queen gets here. Eagle Artillery goes down first. Clan Castle troops are already gone. The enemy queen is going to go down here as well, alongside a multi-inferno. And you can see that the miners now come in from the left-hand side. Let's pause for a second, because check this out, guys. Look at this area where if I draw a line, you can see where the miners go. I talk about this so often in the videos, but for the miners, this is the most important thing. Try and narrow down the path where you are going to send them, so they are literally not splitting everywhere. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not like with the drag bat attack strategy you've seen before this, where you need a very thin strip for the bats. The miners can take a little bit of damage, so you can basically send them in and let them split up a little bit, but you want to try and sweep from one side of the base to the other. We take out that Giga Tesla. The king on this bottom side helped to funnel the miners straight onto that and onto the defenses. That is very much what you want. Meanwhile, the queen took out this top area very, very effectively, and as you can see towards the end of the raid, wow, there are so many miners left over. This is kind of a bit of a hybrid army, should I say, in terms of spells. You're going to need a couple of rage spells for your queen. You don't want her going down when she's taking a lot of damage in the middle of the base, but you're also going to need some heal spells for the miners. Very effectively done there, but let's move on to the next strategy. You guys knew that it was going to be in the video, the Pekkas and Bowlers, the Pekka Bowbat. But wait, there are no bat spells in this army composition. That's right, you don't always have to use them. We do have a replay coming up which does use the bat spells, and we'll explain the difference. However, what I would recommend is that if you're just starting to practice this, it's definitely the strongest Town Hall 12 strategy in my opinion. I would practice with this first. Don't take the bats, and then when you get used to this, you can then start to integrate that in. So you'll start to be able to practice things like creating this funnel. Look at that, the queen able to reach across and help. Now there's no way that we're going to lose any bowlers. They're all going into the base here. And actually, this design makes it incredibly easy to set up the funnel here, just with the baby dragon at the bottom. And because of the good split of the buildings here, the bowlers are then redirected in straight onto the Giga Tesla. However, there's a lot of damage here. We're going to need the jump spell to get through the base. And this is one thing that you've heard me say. If you have to use a lot of spells initially, you can't afford to then take 5+ spells with bats, plus a couple of freeze spells to help them through the splash. Perhaps when you get into the center of the base here, you just feel another rage is going to be beneficial, as here. Just roll with the all Pekkas and Bowlers and see if you can just steamroll your way through the base. This is DJ getting it done here, one of our beast attackers. Again, if you want to join us, we have about 24 Town Hall 12s we normally roll with, so if you are a 3-star specialist Town Hall 12 and you're looking forward to them higher level attacks, be sure to apply for Red Elite. As you can see, this tends to happen towards the end of a raid for the Pekka Bowbat. You kind of... it just looks like it's gonna fail, doesn't it? But actually, you've got more than enough powers. You've got healers with a number of Pekkas in most situations. If you have the bats as well, often you can sweep through that and manage quite well. But just know that you might still get it. You're gonna get the high percentage too, if nothing else, and just keep going with it. Let's move on to the next strategy though. Okay, let's show you the other variation. Let's show you the Pekkas and Bowlers with the bat spells on the end. Now again, what you're going to have to consider here is that the kill squad, that initial push into the base, it cannot require too many spells because you need to have the space. As you can see, we have 7 spell spaces here, 5 bats and 2 freeze, which is purely for that end portion. However, do bear in mind that you're not expecting your Pekkas and Bowlers to get as much. because you're using the bats to take out another portion. However, one Pekka on one side and another on the other allows us to press into the base here with the Pekkas, with the bowlers. We take out the enemy CC, we get straight into that Eagle Artillery, and we only have single target Infernos left. Obviously, that is key for the bats. You do not want to be sending them into splash damage. Now, one of the hard things is the Giga Tesla. You never really want to send your bats to that Giga Tesla. It's just incredibly hard to get down, to be honest, because it's got so high HP as well. Even if you freeze it, you might actually have to use another freeze on it before the bats actually get it down. However, they now come in straight to this area. We've got the Wizard Tower tanked by the Ice Golem there, and as we move through, that's where we then have the freezes. To be honest, the Wizard Tower was on the Pekka there, but you can never quite tell. They often just change to something else. You know, if the Pekka just goes out of range, so very difficult. We then had another Ice Golem to tank at this area, and we still have a freeze for the Wizard Tower. Honestly, this one is crushed. Timefail did such an amazing job on this one, and that Pekka which walked over here actually provides a good split in terms of time. You can Timefail with the Pekka Bowbat because it just takes a long time towards the end of the raid. It's incredibly quick. In fact, we had a 99% in this war, and as a bit of a bonus, I'm going to put that at the end of the video. I hope you're hyped about that. Be sure to leave a like. I never thought I'd say I hope you're hyped about a 99%. Bit different though, kind of fun, but Timefail here brought in the loon. He had the wizard. He had a couple of different ideas in order to clean up that trash, so that did not happen. This attack was awesome. There's no other way to put it. It was absolutely great. I remember watching it live and Sumi absolutely tore this base apart. Check out this, guys. The Ice Golem to distract it first, then the Bat Bomb technique. Again, there's a few different ways of using the bats. With the Pekka Bowbat, you tend to use them in a wave formation. However, you can just drop them on an area in order to wipe that out, take out that section of the base so that your troops don't have to go there. And notice that the Eagle Artillery was within this little section as well. So we've got the Eagle down, we got a Wizard Tower down, a Multi-Inferno. So much value, not to mention that this area of the base, now we don't have to go there. So once the dragons come in, look, they are going to beeline straight towards that town hall, especially with the heroes on the side here. Queen as well, able to reach these defenses. We are literally just sending the dragons straight towards that town hall. And like I said, they do not like the Giga Tesla. So you've got to get them there in one big group to get it down quickly. Grand Warden's ability is going to be key here, and look at that. Just great use of it. Do try, if you can, to use the ability whilst you're taking a lot of fire from all of them bolts, but you can't press it too early because you obviously need to get through the actual Giga Bomb at the end. At this point, the dragons do start to split up just a little bit. Yes, you want to try and maintain your funnel through the base, but if you do such an amazing job like Sumi did here, it really doesn't matter then coming down to the end of it. You have dragons and balloons coming at these defenses from each and every angle, and let me know down in the comments if you loved that attack as much as I did. Very, very good base identification and planning for this one. The Drag Bat is definitely not the easiest at Town Hall 12. Went through a little bit of a shift in the meta. Obviously when the bats were super OP, it was huge. Everyone was using it, but now it's not really used as much at Town Hall 12, so I always like to see the attacks that really break down the bases and get it done purely because of brilliant planning. Let's move on to the next attack. We're not done yet, guys, for the video. Exactly. We are not done yet, because I promised you a bonus attack in 99%. Oh, so close. Tin Man, I've got to say though, in the Supercell Clan War Leagues, like I said, we absolutely teared that division up. We got promoted to Champion 2, but Tin Man got 3 stars in the first 3 days. His first 3 attacks were flawless. Not this one though. 99%. Super, super close. Let's get into it. Still an amazing attack. The Pekkas have created that funnel initially, and they are going to redirect straight into this bottom section where the Giga Tesla is. Just going to wipe that area out. This attacker, or the defender, sorry, I'm pretty sure place this little island at the bottom here to try and draw attackers in, thinking, right, I'll lure them into a false sense of security, I'll have the tornado trap, I'll have the CC troops there, then they might miss out on the 2-star. No, that's not going to happen, buddy. As we press in here, we are going to need that jump spell. Now, actually looking at this, I thought he was going to place it straight onto the clan castle here to allow access and just spread out into the different sections of the base. However, to control the bats, decides to use it over on this left section to try and split the base up, if you will, drive the kill squad this way instead of splitting up. We then bring the bats in front of that kill squad in order to try and sweep up and around from that. Let me know, maybe if the jump spell was used on the clan castle, we might have got through this a little bit differently. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. Wizard Tower there, just about going down before trying to get a shot onto the bats. But it's just super unfortunate, this one, man. Just taking down our bats too quickly. Obviously, a freeze spell there would have got it done. Maybe we could have altered things here and then had a freeze spell for this wizard tower. Again, let us know. Super, super close though. And look at this. Even with all of this base left up, we get 99%. That's how powerful of an army you're normally left up with the Pekka Bobat. Now that is going to wrap it up here, but if you want to see the Pekka Bobat broken down, I do have a video of the best strategy in Clash of Clans. That is it. Go ahead and watch that one, guys, because it'll help you out massively. But that wraps it up for this one. Until next time, peace out.